94.5 PST. Did you miss anything with Chris, Joe, and Gianna on Chris and the Crew? Catch up now. This is Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com.
Shop Macy's VIP sale going on now. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest fall trends from designers that rarely go on sale. And save 15% off skincare, makeup, fragrances, and more. Plus, shop fall specials for even more great deals on top brands at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. It's Chris. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, Gianna.
Good morning, Chris.
You know what I say
The
about
crew's
that
here.
song, Chris?
What?
I say that's a great song because you could play it at both a funeral and at a wedding.
Oh, jeez.
That's
right?
not wrong.
Die
Yeah,
with a smile.
you're not
It could be a
wrong.
first dance or it could be a last dance as you're lowered into the ground.
I just
Oh, my.
love it. Never really thought of that, but I love it. So listen, tell me that you have assigned seats in your living room. Everybody does, right? Everybody does.
I do.
You sit in the same seat in the same place every day of your life.
If you walk into my house after like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., whenever everybody's settled,
Everybody's in their own spot, right?
everybody, like my dad has his chair, my mom's on the couch, the dog sits in his seat, like everybody is where they're supposed to be.
And I feel like even if you accidentally end up in another seat, when that person walks in the room, I feel like if I end up in John's chair,
Right.
okay? Like we're all on the couches, on opposite ends of the couches because we have recliners on the love seat and the couch.
Gotcha.
So we each have a recliner. Now and then he has a recliner. Do you know what I mean? Like a separate chair.
right.
Yeah.
So if I'm accidentally, for some reason, maybe the mail is on the table next to his chair, if I sit in that chair and he comes in the room, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get up.
No, yeah, I do the same thing to my dad. Like my dad has his chair in the front living room,
Look at
and
Joe's face.
if he's sitting in the second chair, because there's two of the same chairs, if he is in the one to the right, I'm like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, why are you not in the one to the
Now-
left?
Why are you not in your assigned seat? Not that you say, okay, I'm assigning seats, but it just kind of naturally happens
Now-
like that, right?
Chris, in your case, on the couch, there's the two sides recline, right? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
the two sides.
And so do you
Two ends.
Do you have an end, like the right or the
I do.
left
I
end?
have a right. I'm on the right end.
Oh.
Brady is on the
Your
left
son, Brady,
end.
is on the left end.
Yep.
Okay.
And then our daughter Bailey is now I will say
okay.
she's like the rebel child.
She's just everywhere.
She has the entire love seat. And she goes from right seat to left seat to left seat.
And
to
what
right.
happens
Gotcha.
like if it's just you in there?
I'll still sit in
You'll
my
still
seat.
sit in that seat. And Gianna, same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
So
I have like the
nobody
chair
else is
in our living
home
room.
and that's your spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I look at Joe thinks we're
That's bizarre.
absolutely nuts.
I feel like my spot has changed over the years, but in my my childhood, I had one spot, and now in my adulthood, I have another, and it hasn't changed.
And you know what's funny? Sometimes, I'll sit next to Bailey if she's showing me something on her phone or something, and just the angle that I'm looking at the TV, I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
It's just not right. It doesn't feel right.
I know.
But-
It's so. But I'm telling you, Joe, I know you're giving us looks like we're insane,
But-
but I have a feeling. I just have a feeling, and we're going to open the phone. You can call now if you want. 609-243-9778. I think the majority of people do the same thing we do.
So I guess we're asking really what's normal, right? Like in your living room, you have assigned seats. Do you have assigned seats at dinner as well?
Yep, we pretty much do.
Like, you sit
I
down
don't
at the
really
table.
eat at a table.
Although we do, I tend to be more apt to mix that up because I like sitting not in the chair that I'm kind of assigned to.
Okay.
Because
Oh, so it's all up to Chris. It's all
So
up
it's
to
all
Chris.
up to where Chris likes
but
to sit that way.
I normally just sit in that seat, but every now and then I'm like,
I thought whoever was the cook had to sit closest to the kitchen in case they had to go back into it.
Is that a rule?
I don't know.
That used to be a thing.
Yeah.
My mom,
Really?
you know what?
Yeah.
I think that's more of an older thing. My mom used to do that.
Really?
Even like with holidays and stuff, she would sit closest to the kitchen in case she had to get up and go back and forth to the
didn't
kitchen.
know that.
But I think that's more of
So, okay. So
Like our
at dinner,
grandparents' thing.
Chris still almost has assigned
we
seats.
do. We almost do.
I don't think I have I don't even have an assigned seat at my dining room table. And I plop my butt wherever I want.
Well, Joe, like we have assigned seats in here. You always sit there. I always sit
That's
here.
only because of you. I would happily switch in this room every day.
Really?
Happily.
Every day?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, every day. Yeah.
This
in
is
fact,
this
in
is
fact,
my
let's
nook.
play a little musical chair right now.
No.
Everyone
No.
step to your left.
Oh God, no.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Wait. So, seriously though, I want to open the phones because Joe, I don't think
this
you're
isn't
right on this one.
isn't the majority of people don't assign stupid
Oh,
rules.
I think they do. 609. It's 716, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. You got to tell me because I know you have assigned seats in your house. Now, I'm not saying the head of the household said, okay, you sit there and you sit there and no one's allowed to move. I think it just naturally happens.
I agree.
So what the ladies of this show, Chris, my dear co-host, and Gianna, our lovely producer, are saying is in their living rooms amongst their houses, Chris sits on the left side of the sofa.
No, right.
Oh,
It's the
God
right.
forbid I mess that up.
Don't
And
say the
Gianna's
left.
dad has a chair, and if Gianna sits in a different chair, she feels, and even when they're alone in the rooms, they're doing that.
Yeah.
And I said, this is insane.
I don't really think it's insane.
Let's go to the phones. Dorothy in Horsham is on the line. Hey, Dorothy, I hear this happened in your family too, right?
Oh, absolutely. So when I was younger, I'm older now. I have a grown family, but when I was younger, I was one of 6, and it was actually the head of the household that made it assigned seats.
Oh,
And I
really?
never understood it. Oh, yeah. We had assigned seats at the dinner table. We had assigned seats in the car.
Oh.
And we never second guessed it, right? We did it. So when I raised my kids, I just assumed I would do assigned seats and never understood until I had my kids. It stopped fighting because there was never argument who wanted to sit where,
That's
who
true.
got the front seat, who got the favorite seat at the table. Now, my parents had their dedicated seats like you guys are talking about in the, watching TV. You
Right,
knew that my
right.
dad's recliner. But other than that, the kids, absolutely. When I raised mine, our rule in the car was the oldest was always in the front.
Okay.
So that stopped the fighting. I mean, I didn't go with assigned seats in the back of the car, but it was the oldest always got the front when they were in the car.
Now, see, I flip flop with my kids because the front seat thing was a fight. It's not anymore because my son drives now and he just does his own thing.
Right.
But I used to have to say, okay, on the way, one of you gets the front, and on the way home, the other one gets the front.
That is a very kid thing. God, I have
It
not
is,
thought
Joe.
about fighting for the front seat.
Yeah.
Something Gianna
But it's
doesn't
real. The
understand is,
struggle is
oh
real.
my God, I remember that.
As a parent, the struggle is real because they will fight
That
over
is so
it.
annoying.
And as a kid, I never got it because I was the youngest. I
Oh, yeah.
never, ever, ever got
But
the
why
front.
did your mom switch around?
Well, I think it was probably a safety thing.
oh, you
you're-
mean when you
But
were
even
young?
even when I was like 12, 13, 14 and probably old enough to be sitting in the front, I never seemed to win those battles.
Well, there is a law. Like how
Yeah.
old? I think is it 12?
It's pretty, it's getting
I think
older.
it's
yeah.
12
Yeah.
that you
Did you
not sit in the
yeah,
front seat
anyway.
until you're 12, right?
Yeah.
12?
Yeah. It's
Oh
pretty-
yeah,
it's older
8.
than-
I think 8 is out of a car seat, and then 12.
8?
Wait,
No,
you
it's
sit in
not
the back.
Yeah,
in the
you'd
back.
be surprised.
I think you're out of a car seat at 8. It's like
Yeah.
8 or 80 pounds or
Yeah.
something.
They really
A
up the
car? Oh, like
Yes.
one of those booster
Yeah.
things?
Like the car seat, like you don't have to be in
been
a
a
car
while
seat
for
after.
me.
It's like 8 or 80 pounds or something, and then 12 I
Lord.
think is the front. I don't know why I know that. It's a random fact of knowledge in my brain. But
Children-
80,
80, yeah, that
children
does
at
sound
least
familiar.
8 years old must have up until 8 years old must have a booster.
Okay, yeah,
you
I
go.
kind of forgotten that, but yeah.
we have an app chat from Philly in the PSD app. It's saying my mom will literally stare at you until you get up from one of her chairs, and I love that. That's everything.
That's great.
Bree in Bordentown said, I don't really care where I sit at my house, but my boyfriend's dad has legit kicked me out of his seat multiple times. It's so awkward.
My mom used to too. If anybody sat in her chair, and my dad would defend her. My dad'd be like, "Get up out of mom's chair."
It's
like,
so funny.
He would like come to her rescue.
Sometimes I'll be in my dad's chair and he'll be like, "No, it's fine. Don't get up. It's fine." I'm like, "No, you need to sit in your chair. That I will go in my chair. I was just here to keep it warm,
All
you
right.
know."
It's
It's
just
weird.
funny.
So it must be exhausting living in places like this.
It's not exhausting at all. It's no thought.
'Cause you're
Agreed.
just, I
It's
mean,
no
you're
thought.
not going with the flow. This is exhausting.
It's not that it's not go with the flow. It's just
It's easier, I think. You just sit.
I just
agree.
sit wherever if it sits, I fits. If yeah. If
If it fits, I sit. There you go. Decorate your bathroom, and I think I'm totally into it. It's Chris and the crew. Good morning. It's Chris, Joe, and Gianna. You've
So-
sort of done this. You did this at college, right?
Well, my roommates used to do, but not to this extent. Like, so have you seen those scented toilet stamps? They're like gel stamps, and they come in flowers.
Never heard of this before until you told me.
Really?
Never.
They come in like flowers, and you just kind of like stamp them in the toilet.
Joe,
And then
do you know what this is?
Actually, I do.
yeah.
Because it was on my boyfriend's Instagram. He reposted something about it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So they do this, and they make like different ones, like different brands have different scents, different colors, different flowers. So people are taking them and just stamping them all over the inside of the toilet.
Yeah, like all over, not just one.
There's
But,
like 12 of them.
making it a pattern. So
In the
basically-
bowl?
Yeah, patterning your bowl.
Sounds like a waste of product. TikTok loves to waste cleaning products. Have you ever seen? It's part of like the bigger genre of the cleaning talk. Have you been on cleaning talk?
No.
It's literally just a bunch of people
Like
putting
hacks?
And it's sometimes it's just people like putting as many cleaners in a sink or on the floor as they can, and they think it's like aesthetically pleasing. It's almost like an ASMR thing.
It's like ASMR for it's like
But it's like you're gonna pass out.
Danny Tanner TikTok basically is what I would call it, right? Like
Yes.
Mr. Clean. But I will say, and it also like the cleaners become like a disgusting color because they'll literally be like, here's some Clorox, here's
Ajax.
here's Ajax,
Here's
Squeaky Clean.
Dawn.
Wait,
It's
so
crazy.
These stamps, these toilet stamps, are they always flowers?
Most of the I've only
So
seen flowers,
Basically, your toilet bowl can become a floral pattern.
which is like
I'm into it.
I don't know.
How cute
But-
is that?
How-
Kids'
what are you-
bathroom.
What are you
Bathroom
doing
is
in the
so-
bathroom?
But that's just my point. Going to the bathroom is so yuck. I mean, we all do it. We all have to, whatever. At least make it a little more aesthetically pleasing
How
when you
often
get
are
there.
you looking into the bowl?
I feel as though
You're not looking into the bowl?
Well, no.
Well, especially as a lady, how often are you looking? Once
Well,
you
not
get in there,
after.
once you
when
get
it-
in there,
But
you
don't
like
you have to
you like
flip
to
up the
admire
seat?
your work.
Yeah, I guess you're
Chris
right.
walks in,
No, I'm not admiring my work.
But
Although
it-
you should be. Remember, doctors tell you to look at that stuff.
What do they?
Yes, they do.
Ew.
It's Can't Beat Chris. Can't Beat Chris on 94.5 PST.
Well, this is my favorite part of the day. You know why?
Well.
Because here we go. We get to say goodbye to one Chris Rollins for a few minutes.
Okay.
But before we do that, we say hello to our opponent today. Good morning, PST. Who's this? Hola.
Hola.
Hi,
Oh,
Hi,
here she
there
is. I
she
can
is.
hear.
There we are. Who is this?
Brielle from Cherry Hill.
Brielle. You sound really sweet.
Thanks.
All right, Brielle.
Are you flirting,
A
Joe?
little bit. A little bit.
Wrong team, Joe.
Yeah.
Wrong team.
You take it where you can get it.
All right, I'm out of here. You're going to answer 3 questions, Brielle, and then I'll answer the same 3, and we'll see who wins. You've heard this before, right? Have you played in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good luck.
All right, Chris will motion. See, this is why we should switch seats in here so she's a little close to the door, right?
It's true.
It's true. All right, Brielle, it's just us. Here we go. The quiz begins now. Question number 1. Johnny Depp visited a children's hospital recently dressed up as his character from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. What character does Johnny Depp play in that series?
Jack Sparrow.
Do you want to lock in Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Question number 2. It's Gwen Stefani's birthday. What band was she the lead singer of in the 90s before becoming a solo act?
No doubt.
You want to lock in No Doubt?
Yeah.
And the third and final question this morning for you. The movie Deadpool and Wolverine is still killing it at the box office. What famous Ryan plays Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
You want to lock in Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's do it. Can't Be Chris, powered by Legoland Discovery Center Philadelphia. Jump into a world of creativity, color, and playful learning. Info and tickets at philadelphia.legolanddiscoverycenter.com. Hey, Chris.
Hey there.
You
All
feeling
right.
good?
She flew through those.
You know, speed is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing, right?
All right, here we
don't
go.
know.
Here we go, Chris. First question for you. Your quiz starts now. Johnny Depp visited a children's hospital recently dressed up as his character from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. What character does he play in that series?
Jack Sparrow.
You both said Jack Sparrow, and you're both correct.
Okay.
I thought that one might trip you up, so
I know.
I'm a little disappointed.
Trip her up.
Question
Darn it.
number 2.
Okay.
It's Gwen Stefani's birthday, Chris. What band was Gwen the lead singer of in the 90s before becoming a solo act?
It was No Doubt.
You both said No Doubt, and you're both correct. Tied up.
Could be this final question. The movie Deadpool and Wolverine still killing it at the box office. Chris Rollins, what famous Ryan plays Deadpool?
My favorite Ryan Reynolds.
You both said Ryan Reynolds,
Oh.
and you're both correct.
Well,
Which means
I'm taking the W, but we did tie, so you don't have to say that phrase of shame.
Good job.
Okay.
Right? Right, Brielle? Good
Yeah,
job.
you did good. You did really good.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Thank
For being
you.
a good sport, we got you a pair of tickets to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show happening at the Miller Theater on October 29th.
Awesome. Thanks.
Jump up into the time warp with a screening of the cult classic, guest appearance from the original Brad, Barry Bostwick, and a live shadow cast. You can purchase your tickets right now at ensembleartsphilly.org. Hang on line.
Listen tomorrow morning at 7:40 for another chance to beat Chris on 94.5 PST. It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Olivia Rodrigo's Guts tour wrapped the Asia leg recently in Singapore before heading to Australia. But later this month, it expands to Netflix.
That's exciting.
How cool is that? Kind of doing a Taylor thing, right? Where Taylor put her Eras tour on the big screen. And, well, you can go to theaters to see Taylor's. This is going to be on Netflix October 29th. So if you get to see it in person, it's pretty cool.
This also reminds us we still don't have the ability to stream Beyonce's.
Oh, yeah.
Fans are still wondering why she hasn't put that on the streamer.
What happened with that? So, okay, speaking of Taylor, there's some anonymous poll going around. The 72.5% of NFL players think that Taylor's presence at the games have been positive for the league.
I'm
They
sure.
don't care. The haters are saying they think she's just getting unnecessary coverage.
Name drop them. Who's mad?
I don't see the names.
I wish somebody
They're not
would
saying
name drop
who.
them.
They're not saying who. So Sabrina Carpenter shut down a hater online and wants to assure us that she sings 100% live at every single show. I guess somebody accused her of doing a little lip syncing. Who cares? I've always said, who cares?
Right.
Anyway,
Like, people want to hear songs performed the way they know them.
I want to sing along.
And
Right.
with all the stuff they're doing on stage these days, if they got a little help, they got a little help.
Who
There's more
cares?
dancing and more fire and more all this on stages these days. Do it.
Right. And Gianna, you're going to love this. SpongeBob SquarePants. Big fan. I know you're a fan.
I'm a big fan.
Been on air 25 years.
Wow.
Wow. To celebrate, Paramount has teamed up with Wendy's, the fast food place.
Yeah.
Get ready for Krabby Patties at Wendy's
Oh.
starting on Tuesday.
My God.
Yeah. It's going to be just like a Dave single from what I'm looking at here. So it's a cheeseburger with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, but the Krabby Patties are topped with this top secret Krabby collab sauce.
Ooh.
There's also going to be a new Frosty, the pineapple under the sea Frosty.
That sounds good too.
You are so there.
I can't
know
wait.
You are. It's a vanilla Frosty with it's flavored with like a fruit puree.
That sounds really
Starting on
good.
Tuesday. There's the scoop.
94.5 PST.
I do not want you to judge me for this.
Now it's time for the Cruise Court.
Yeah, Jack and Ava are here because he wants her to cut off her best friend. Is that right, guys? Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Just cut her off financially.
Okay. Ava?
I mean, he's been so butthurt because my best friend has been going through a tough time lately with money, and I've been helping her.
All right. What does helping mean?
Well, I've been paying for stuff for her.
When she says stuff, she means stupid things. Like, they've been out to brunch every single weekend for the past 6 weeks, and we have been paying for her friends' bottomless mimosas every week.
I don't understand why you have such a problem with that.
I wouldn't have a problem if we were helping her because she was like $30 short for rent once or twice, but bottomless mimosas aren't a necessity.
I don't get why you care. It's my money, and I'll spend it however on whoever I want.
Oh, boy.
We have bills to pay. Don't you think it's unfair to me when you're wasting our money on someone else?
Look, she helped me out when I was going through a rough time a few years ago, so I kind of owe her. That's what friends do.
Well, all I'm saying is I've had enough of you telling me that we can't go out to dinner because it's too expensive, but you're still spending hundreds of dollars to pay for your friend's brunch every weekend. You need to cut her off.
Oh.
It's my money and my friend. I'll do whatever I want.
Oh, okay. We get it. You guys are going to go on hold. We're going to get votes. Then we'll bring you back on and give you the final decision. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
They're on hold.
Ooh, am I actually on his side on this one?
I think you probably are.
What? And
Right.
why do you say that?
I just think because I know you and
Well, I also do the
'cause
finances in my house.
that's what I mean.
And
yeah.
I think I'm on his side on this one. Now, here's the thing. I was almost on her side until I heard him say, "You're telling me we can't go out," but then she's going out with her friend and paying for her friend.
It almost sounds like she feels a little indebted to her friend because I guess she helped her out, but I don't know. I kind of get that in a way where if somebody helped you out and she's that good of a friend, you kind of should help her out.
It's also like the price of admission, right? Does Ava want to go out with this friend so badly that it's like, hey, we want to go out for bottomless mimosas.
Well,
I have to pay for you to come along with me.
You know,
kind of
I've
thing,
actually been there before, Joe. I mean, it's not changing my mind here, but I have been there. Let's say you want to go out on a Friday night and the friend that you want to go out with says, "Look, I can't do it because I don't have the money." I'd probably be like,
Just
I'll
come.
pay for you.
Exactly. Like, just
Exactly.
come.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, buddy. You're probably right there.
But that-
but I don't think I'm changing my mind.
But that's a one-time thing. Is it a recurring thing?
I don't
That's
know.
a different
So,
question.
Calls right now.
Who's right? Who's wrong? Call the crew now. 609-243-9778. Or chat with us on the 94.5 PST app.
It's 8:17. We're in the middle of Cruise Court here on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Whew, this one kind of resonates with me a little bit. It's Chris, Joe, and Gianna. So Jack and Ava are fighting about her bestie. Apparently her bestie is having a hard time financially right now for whatever reason. And Ava feels like she's helping her out.
Right.
So like treats her to brunch. Like according to Jack, it's all a bunch of unnecessary stuff. He's like, I wouldn't mind helping her if she's short on rent, but brunch, bottomless mimosas, not necessary. She feels like she kind of needs to because she helped her out when she was having a rough time.
Ugh.
So Jack's like, don't tell me that we can't go out to dinner because it's too expensive, but then you're bringing your bestie out for brunch and paying for it for like multiple times. I'm kind of feeling him on this one.
I don't know.
Let's
So
see.
let's go to the phones. We've got Emily and Milford on the line. All right, Emily, whose side are you on? His or hers?
I'm on his side. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was brunch like once a month or just a one-time thing to cover her. But if you're really struggling financially, you really shouldn't be going to brunch every weekend.
I hear you, girl.
I do get that.
I hear you.
There's treating yourself, and then there's treating yourself.
Right. And
You
everybody
know.
deserves to treat yourself every now and then, but not constantly.
But the friend did help Ava in a tough time, so.
All right, let's go to Amy in Philly. Hey, Amy, whose side are you on?
Hi, I'm mostly on her side, but I think it doesn't matter because if the friend has any class, it's going to stop happening after hearing this anyway.
You might be right. All right, let's go to Cherie in Princeton. Cherie, whose side are you on? His or hers?
I'm on his side only because, well, not only, but because maybe this friend is starting to take advantage of this girl because she knows she feels guilty. And so, hey, if someone's going to pay for all this stuff for me, why not let her?
And who doesn't love bottomless mimosas?
That's true.
Let's go to Corey. Corey, oh my gosh. PST VIP. Corey's on the line. Corey in Hamilton. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning, my favorite morning crew. I hope all is well with each and every one of you.
We have missed you dearly.
Hello?
Tell us whose
Can't
side
wait
you're
to hear
on.
your advice, Corey.
You always give good advice.
I am 100,000% on his side. First, a girl, one of your callers just said something about when the girl hears this, she'll probably be like, oh yeah, I can't do that no more. That's what a true friend would do. However, she is being very selfish. You're telling me that you'd rather hang out with your friends than go somewhere with me. That's not right.
I hear you.
Your friends over your man, or you don't pick your friends over your man. I don't care how long y'all been friends, because you're gonna lose your man. And plus, you telling me we can't go to dinner because you keep paying for your friend.
That's where she lost me.
From us.
Yeah.
Right. You're taking from us. You're taking from us as a couple to give to elsewhere. Nah, man, you got to go. And unfortunately, I really don't think it's going to last just because of that selfishness. I hope it does last, but that is very selfish of her.
Yeah. He's right. That's where she lost me. She kept saying, what's interesting to me is She kept saying, my money, my money, my money. But then he's like, you tell us we can't go out to dinner because it's too expensive.
I do
Well, then it's
hear him on
not,
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's right.
You can't be cutting
You
corners.
can't be sacrificing your relationship to take your friend out for bottomless mimosas for the 25th time.
Sounds like it was a bit of a party girl, maybe.
May in Pittsburgh said she's on his side. Every weekend is too much. She clearly doesn't have the money for it if she can't go out with him. Mary Lou in Burlington is on her side. Said, sounds like she covers her portion of the bills and he just feels entitled to her money.
Oh.
However, maybe they can opt for cheaper options. Maybe grab a Wawa hoagie instead of bottomless mimosas if he's that mad about it. Alexandra is on her side in Hamilton. She said she is definitely in the wrong. So I am seeing a lot of his side, but a few her sides sprinkled in
All
there.
right, well, you finish tallying that up. I'm going to bring him back on.
All
Hey,
right.
Jack and Ava.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys have agreed that whatever our final decision is going to be your final decision, right? So if Ava gets the most votes, she can do whatever she wants. Bottomless mimosas for life. Jack, if you get the most votes, you're putting an end to this, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, we have
Vote for Ava.
Last minute
Polling is closed, Ava.
It is closed. We're on 74% on his side, guys. I'm sorry, Ava.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be that high.
Listen, I don't think anybody cares every now and then, but the every week bottomless mimosas, if you're telling your man that you can't go out because of finances, then you got to chill a little bit with bringing her to brunch every week. All right, good luck. And for decorating your toilet bowl, like the bowl of your toilet.
It's actually weird.
I didn't even know this existed, but Gianna did this in college.
Well, apparently, and now, it's trending now. Like, I didn't do it to this extent. Like, my roommates had these, like, sticky things, and they stick on the bowl, and it's like a fragrance thing.
Never even heard of that before in my life until you told me.
Well, now people are putting, like, 15 of them all around in different colors and scents. I feel like I'd get a headache.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Well, okay, I get the whole different scents thing, but decorating the inside of the bowl is adorable. I want mine plaid.
Think about what... Okay.
I want
That's
it
a lot.
plaid. How
Think
cute
about
is
what
that?
you do in that thing.
So what?
You're going to...
At least it's making that experience a little more.
You want to drop deuces onto a plaid bowl?
That's the
cares?
most disgusting term, Joe.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say it because I
That's
don't like...
not
Say,
the
go
way.
to
know-
the bathroom.
You know I don't like poop talk, but I don't.
Oh, my God.
But Chris, you want to make it plaid? You want to decorate the inside of your toilet bowl?
It just can make the experience a little more pleasurable, I think.
I mean, just bring
I
your
think it's
phone
just-
in there. I'm sure it's a lot better than...
Camo the inside so you can't see anything.
That's
is
not how
wrong
that
with
works.
you?
You're not
can't see it.
Your toilet's not in the middle of the forest. It's not
Yeah.
going to be camoed from
I just
anything.
kinda like what if you had a beach house? You put little seashells inside.
No, Chris, I think you're
Or
really
like,
misunderstanding what this whole thing is.
What about for Thanksgiving? You put little pumpkins in there.
In the middle of the bowl?
Chris, these are cleaning products.
Yes. No, I understand, but if you could make it decorative.
Yeah, but how do
What a surprise when your guests come over. They're like, oh, look, pumpkins.
Chris, you're not making the flowers. Like the things are
But I
already in
think
flower
She's
shape.
saying they
I think
should
they
make
should
them.
make
Oh, so
different
you're like
designs.
pumpkin
You're
design.
pitching it to Clorox
Yes.
then.
She's
Okay,
saying
gotcha.
Clorox make cleaning.
Mr.
Gianna,
Clean.
Could you imagine? She'd be like, oh, what a nice surprise. Thanksgiving dinner, you go to Chris's house.
Adorable turkeys
and there's
in
little
there.
turkeys in there.
I think it's
And a
cute.
cornucopia.
Why
Oh,
not?
you come out of the bathroom, you're like, wow, really gave that one a gold star.
Conversation starter. I'm into it. I'm
About the
telling you.
toilet.
It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Time Magazine released its 100 Next list yesterday. Everybody's buzzing about this. It recognizes 100 people from around the world who are, like emerging leaders in shaping the future. Guess who made the list? Who? We're just talking about her. Sabrina
Joe.
Carpenter. Not
Oh.
Joe.
Not
Sabrina
Joe.
Carpenter. Ashley Park from Emily in Paris. Nicola Coughlan from Bridgerton. Cindy Crawford's daughter. Kaya Gerber.
Oh.
Is she still date Austin, whatever his name is?
Oh, God. That
Good
annoying.
story.
Elvis
Chris.
guy.
Oh, my
I
God.
think
What
they
is
are
his
still
last name?
together, right?
Are they still together? I haven't heard of
Butler.
them breaking
Austin
up. Austin
Butler.
Butler, that's it. I haven't heard of them breaking up, so
They're still
I would
together.
assume.
That's a good list to be on, though. Kind of the, your leaders in
What's the
society.
exact title list?
It's the next list, the 100 next list, like the next people to emerge, basically.
I guess that makes sense.
I made
like
one of
that.
those lists once.
Olivia Rodrigo.
They're still waiting for me to emerge, though.
Oh, God. So Olivia Rodrigo is bringing her Guts World Tour to Netflix. It's dropping on October 29th. It was filmed during her Inglewood, California show back in August. So that's kind of cool, doing like a little Taylor thing, bringing your... Well, of course, Taylor's was in the theaters.
Right.
Olivia's is on Netflix. But if you didn't get a chance to see it, now you can.
I didn't see the show, so I'm excited.
Kind of love that. Joe Jonas removed the Diddy reference from his song, Cake by the Ocean. It's funny to me, Joe, how many artists now we're realizing have Diddy lyrics in their songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I the other day I made a phone call for work stuff, and I was like, can they re-release TikTok? Like, I would like to hear it, but not support that lyric.
Seriously, like new versions. Yeah, he was, it was a Jonas Brothers show in Paris, and Joe did Cake by the Ocean, just took the lyric out.
I forgot about that.
I kind of forgot about that too. And one of the doctors charged in Matthew Perry's death has pleaded guilty. So yeah, they're still working on that. There you go. There's the scoop. The Crew on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. It's Chris, it's Joe, and Gianna. So the tipping culture has definitely shifted.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
I definitely think so.
Yeah, I
think so.
definitely think so. I feel like a lot more people now are not. Well, and I think it's because the economy is crazy and you just don't have the money. Like in COVID, we felt bad for businesses, so we over-tipped, right?
Right.
Because we were trying to support them. Now everything is so expensive. We just don't have the money to over-tip.
No, it's true.
So I definitely feel there's definitely a shift in the tipping culture. And they say that there are a lot of people now that and I hate to say this because we sound like such bad people.
I know.
But a lot of the times these people were getting paid tipped to just do their jobs. Like one of them on this list that I'm reading here online was that when you're picking up food from a place now, you're no longer tipping.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but I kind of agree
with that.
So here's the thing, and I've thought about this, and like if you think about it from like a macroeconomical perspective, I'm going to bring in
that was a big word.
That is a big word.
my Treasury Department viewpoint here. But if you think about it from that point, what the business owner would argue with the restaurant, whoever it is, they would argue, well, then we will have to pay our employees more, meaning they will still pass the cost on to us.
But here's the thing. They didn't pay their employees previously for doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to the way that it used to be. See, here's the thing for me. And I don't know, if you agree with me, you can tell me in the 94.5 PST app chat, or if you disagree with me. I can't tip anymore just for you doing your regular job. Now, if you go above and beyond, by all means, I'll tip you. But just like if someone, I hate to even call it different, someone at a store hands me a bagel, that's your job to hand me the bagel. Are we getting tipped here for talking on the radio? No, it's our jobs.
I hear you on that.
A lot of people are saying mechanics. I don't think I ever tipped a mechanic.
Oh, I have.
You don't see the mechanic.
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you
Yeah.
don't
If you
really
go, well,
see
it
the
depends where you
mechanic.
go. You both go to dealerships, right? You both go to the auto dealer.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you're not-
No.
Yeah,
but
I'm
if you-
never even-
But if you're going to the guy down the street, you absolutely tip that guy. You bring him Christmas gifts. You do. Oh, yeah. Because you're
Christmas gifts.
Oh, because he's passing you for inspection? Is that why?
Well, not even just that.
'Cause in
like,
Jersey, you don't do
but
that.
he's also then the one, if it's a local shop, even if it's a local shop, then he's the one who's like maybe not charging you as much labor on the next repair because he's a local shop. He can, oh yeah, you don't really need tires. You're going to the dealership. You're not dealing with that person as much. It's a little different. But if it's a local mechanic, you tip him big.
My biggest one is like fast food. Like if I'm just going to like a fast food drive-through,
You're not tipping.
I don't
You
feel
don't
that
tip
I'm
at
tipping.
McDonald's when they
No.
give you your
Again,
bag, do you? So why would you tip if you're picking up a pizza or picking up a burger or grabbing a croissant at your local bakery? I don't.
The
I don't
argument
think I know where
is in these jobs. The argument against it is in these jobs they have not gotten necessarily wage increases.
Okay.
So as a
Have
result.
we?
As a result of that, the business owners, to give them wage. My point is, we're going to pay it no matter what. We're just going to pay it on the service fee. Then that's going to be buried in the bill.
I don't know. Just a lot of people are just saying no now to the tipping, the over tipping that was happening during the pandemic. So don't feel guilty the next time you go out and you can't afford to tip so much.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST. This was Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com. Wake up with Chris and the Crew, weekdays 6 until 10 on your number one hit music station, 94.5 PST.